Hello and welcome to another episode of Bacon Battalion. Yes, I am beardless, and yes, I am growing it back as fast as I can. I'm watering it, I'm feeding it, and I'm playing it classical music at night to encourage growth. Now, before we continue, a brief recap for those of you who haven't been watching our show, which is very few as we rapidly race towards 2,000 subs. That's amazing. Thank you guys for being with us on this journey so far. So, let me hand over to Barador. Barador? Can you give us a recap?
What? Oh, sure. Some bad stuff happened. Wait, what? What do you mean I'm not in frame? What? There.
We think the camera can see you now.
Oh,
Welcome back.
right. So Nelisa killed some kid.
That's very strong.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Sean.
I'm okay
The
with it.
water
Kill him
elemental
first.
gave us some loot. Lots of bad stuff happened. We're getting ready to go into a fight, completely unprepared. It should be fine.
I've got a cool new sword.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
The better to hurt your party with, I'm sure.
I'm going to call it the non-child killing sword.
I didn't expect...
I think it might be a first, but I think maybe hospital. Flick, flick, flick. Pain, pain, pain. Death, death, death.
I'm an adult, it won't work.
And thus we continue with the adventures of Bacon Battalion.
What a dick!
Right, so you carry back down into the cistern and smashes on rocks, breaks upon rocks and devours them, then forms his water bridge across the cistern as before, and you all make your way back into those very tragic caverns.
I came up with a name for the elemental. It's Wibaradi.
Do you say this to the GM or do you say this out loud?
No, not out loud. I know my place in the food chain.
I'm just rubbing Pistachios' ring and, literally, the tail is dragging, but only just above the floor because I still don't want my tail to get wet. I'm sad, but, not that sad.
But cat.
All right. So you get back down to the original area that you started in, and then you take the other route that the drow had originally cleared that had all those weird growths in, which have now been washed out completely, and continue to where there was that wall where Mungasori had her weapons stuck into it and it wasn't moving. That wall is now no longer there. The cavern continues, and you now have a rather pressing sound behind you as breaks upon rocks and devours them follows. It sounds... She's sick. She's very, very sick.
You want some water, sir? Okay. Can you reach it? Hey. Okay.
We're giving her drugs and we're giving her lots of alcohol.
But that shows her commitment that she's still here when she should probably be in bed getting better. So
Exactly. Anyway, so with him following behind, you constantly hear this trickle of running water as he follows along. He doesn't materialize legs, he literally sort of slithers almost like a snake. But he flows into areas and then regathers and then flows and then regathers in quite an elegant movement form. Mungastori, of course, keeps close to you. She's wringing out bits of her tunic and armor of the water, obviously. And what you guys doing?
Walking next to Colossa, and I'm just rubbing the ring and feeling sad.
Elemental now is taking us through the passage that's going to take us to the keep, right? I suppose I need to ask him. I can still speak in weird.
You can
Yes.
indeed.
So have you already gone through the passage and checked ahead, or are you just taking us there directly?
You lot, of course, are hearing as she talks to the elemental. He responds, I have not been further than this. I checked if I could exit the caverns and then return to you.
Okay.
But if I remember when I was first captured, there is a shaft that leads directly to the surface of the land that you wish to gain access to. It should take us straight there.
How far away are we to it?
Not far.
Okay. Before we go up the shaft, maybe we send one person up to check it out before we all travel up it.
Yes, says a voice in your head. Send the drow. That way that bone thing can rip its head off and kill it.
What bone thing?
There's a bone thing. Isn't there a bone thing? Like skeletons and stuff? Like the little boy and the mother?
That's undead.
Yes, it can rip the head off the drow.
It's different to skeletons.
Oh. Can it not just rip its head off anyway?
Well, okay, just carry on walking.
Also, you now own a water elemental.
What?
Well, he has to serve you. You freed him.
No, but he's free.
Yes. To be yours. That is how it works. In the Under, that's how it works.
You free them and then they're yours.
Yes. You brought me back to life. I don't know what Father's gonna do.
Oh, we've
Oh
got too
God.
many. Our party is growing into this giant. Like if we were playing one of those zombie survival board games, they'd be like, "We have to feed these people, Kalasa. Stop bringing them with you."
So right now in Colossa's mind, she's thinking, I'm a fucking half-orc. I'm a barbarian. I love fucking land. What is with all this water shit?
So you don't really like water then?
Oh, fuck.
Because he can hear it. Shit.
So I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't hear that, and I'm just gonna like
It's like
walk.
Romeo and Juliet, but like with land and water.
Clearly, this is taking a while, so I think
Yes.
me and Dandasta will sort of range
We should
up
scout
a
ahead,
little
yes.
bit.
Good. Would you please make a perception check?
26.
The cavern continues ahead for maybe 400 meters, probably a little bit less, and ends in a rather large circular room that has been constructed. There are stones that form the walls, and it is a straight drop down as well. Very similar to the cistern room, but different insofar as that it is only about 4 foot wide. It's a well shaft that just goes straight down.
Okay.
The shaft is dry. There hasn't been water flowing in this area for a very long time. Do you think the elemental did not give water here? That's why those slaves had to come down the stairs to fetch water?
It seems like it. Maybe the elemental was actually stopping the water from getting here.
Passive-aggressive water elemental, eh?
Passive-aggressive necromancer lady of FellDeep, more like.
Yeah. Do you have a plan for destroying her? We were going to use Vastastios' magic to defeat her. Manga story, although she's very powerful, I think now she's a little distracted. I must admit, this is a little bit terrifying for me. I am, although good at hiding, not so good on the combat side of things. So, your giant half-orc and the human fighter are going to have to slay her? Yeah, I thought.
You
the
know
same
what?
thing.
The plan is to just get there. And then see what happens. It's kind of worked out for us so far.
That's a good point. He leans out over the well and looks up. I don't think we're gonna be able to make it. He leans back. I think someone's put a roof on it.
Interesting. Well, in that case, we should probably not be on top of the water spout that goes up there first.
But if we're not going out first, would that not be suspicious?
What, a giant explosion of water in the middle of the courtyard? Yeah, probably.
So would that not be a bad idea then?
Or it's a good idea.
To get everybody to look into the center of the courtyard at a well that has been dry for several years and is now flowing?
Do we...
You guys all arrived.
Oh, do I hear that last bit?
Yeah.
It could be distracting, like, oh, it's a miracle, and thank God.
How-
And then
how-
they
how-
could
how
be
long is
distracted
this?
very long time.
We're talking about the undead. I'm not sure they believe in miracles.
How long has this lady been waiting for her boss now?
You have a point. She's probably angry already, anyway.
Uh-huh. If we flood a couple of them and drop a roof on a few more, I'm not seeing that as a bad thing right now.
Can I just confirm, are you saying we on undead, so killing undead is okay? Yes? Good. Good.
We were prepared to kill the living too. We have no issues with this at all. Really, we're not the ones here who are... Yes, you can kill... I'm not entirely sure what your standards are, because they keep changing. But whatever, okay?
Look, it's... Just don't want to feel this way again.
Kalato, it sounds like there might be a roof over the well, so maybe Breaks Upon Rocks can take care of that before he sends us up, because if he sends us up and we're on top of the water spout and then it hits the roof, that might be uncomfortable for us.
Good point.
By that I mean, I think he means sploosh. Would it be sploosh because there's water and then sploosh from the body fluids, or would it be...
I'm glad you're feeling better after killing a kid.
And then you saw me like working it out in my mind, and I was like, is it oh, and then I'm like and tail.
Why?
What?
You couldn't just
Breaks
let me
upon
have
rocks and
that.
devours it.
Yes.
Can you, like, smash the covering of this top before we...
Question.
Yes.
If we smash it open, right, and they hear about us, by the time we get there, we're probably going to be surrounded and attacked. Most likely, yes. So,
This is what I was saying.
what's the plan after
How
that?
long is this
Kill
lady?
everything, says Manga Story.
How long has this lady been waiting for her bath now?
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I don't necessarily know where we're going to come out. How long is it going to take us to climb up there, and it will be like, oh, okay, we're just going to wait here, and as soon as they pop out, just pepper us with arrows before we can do much. That's why I was saying we should just like try and send someone up.
Look, I'm
Sooner.
I'm assuming we're getting a water lift to the top, and not climbing. So I don't know if it's going to take us that long to get there.
Could we not, says Manga Story, ride the elemental up to just underneath it, and then cut a hole in it, and then burst out of it at the same time?
Okay.
Might be the best of both worlds.
That sounds good
That
to me.
could work.
Good.
Okay.
Killian will go up first.
I agree. That sounds like a great plan.
Question.
I like it.
One other thing. What
So
is
do
with
I.
what is with the stair? Like, why didn't we try the stairs where the old lady and the poor child came down from?
We did.
Did we? Oh yeah.
Yes.
I didn't go anywhere.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you were just too busy, you know.
I was in a situation.
We had to get rid of the body.
Yes,
So we
many
checked.
many situations happened.
Okay.
Man.
I'll go up and do the thing.
Okay.
Because I can still breathe underwater for another 3 hours.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I
breaks
looked
upon
to
rocks.
Colossa and I'm like, you know what?
Like I pat your head and say, it's okay. Everyone gets their knuckles. Breaks upon rocks and devours it. Could you take our fighter here? Just before the top. So there's space between the roof and him. So he can check out if it's safe.
I shall try, but it is a distance. I will be stretched quite thin. There is no resource in this well that I might draw upon. I shall do it, though. Probably. He starts to pour into the well.
Question. Killian, what are you going to cut hole in the roof with?
I'm busy looking for that.
He has a mighty chopper.
Do you have rope
I'm
on you?
sure it has been
No,
called
I do.
that
I'm going
once
to use my
before.
grappling hook and my rope to anchor myself up there, so it's at least not too bad.
Yeah. Do you have enough rope on you that you could drop it down in case there's a problem of getting the rest of us up there?
How high
Why
does-
would there be
how
a
many feet does it
problem?
look?
About 180 foot.
We're looking at all possibilities here. He
I've got-
just said he was going to be stretched thin, taking up our fighter.
Okay, so what we do is
I've
we
only got
all
50
go
foot.
up. Killian cuts hole. Killian jumps out. Distraction, and then we get out.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
I feel like it's best idea.
Well, when a whole orphanage of children come and attack us, I will let you be in charge.
How close is Killian to me?
3 foot.
3 foot. That my arm's quite
Yeah.
long.
You're in striking range.
You can attack anything in 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to
gonna roll
like
one.
swat him.
Make your attack.
I'm also shorter than her, so I underneath her arm also swat him.
D20.
But I don't reach because I'm small. I'm like,
10.
Not quite.
I love how
No.
that's their like
Um,
cock roll.
+3, +3, 16.
Haha! 17. baby.
Yes, but you're flat-footed.
Ah, crap. Yeah, okay.
Mega story can't save you now.
I'm going to push you into the well.
You get a batting across the side of the head by Colossa.
What am I doing?
You hit, no, do a D4 damage.
What-
Unless you have unarmed combat.
No, she
No.
doesn't.
Okay, D4.
Thank you.
5.
Temporary that.
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
Temporary
been-
because it's not designed to inflict damage.
Okay, sorry. It's been a while since
Unless
I've
it
had
was
a
a monk.
question. Okay, that's a
Yes.
story for another day, I guess.
Monks are bad.
Hashtag read up why unless it's a monk. For me, not for you. That sounded like I asked you to. I'm gonna look at that. Cool.
I am ready, says the puddle in the well.
Okay, so what are we doing, guys?
We're all going up, and Killian is jumping out like what does toy kids have? Like Jillian box, and then
Let's check our inventory. Does someone have anything that we can like cut through besides a chopper? I don't think that will help a lot.
Well, we have no idea what's at the top. So we could just walk out the door.
There might be a door on top of it. Or it might just be a lid or something. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go check it
Don't
out.
know.
so
Okay.
everybody
Like-
together, Killian first.
Also, the thing is, we don't know if the elemental can lift all of us at once.
Okay, wait.
He's already stretched out,
Breaks upon rocks and devours it. Do you think you can lift one individual or the party?
I
As a
will
whole.
try to lift them all.
He says he's going to try.
I could sing very refreshing song to help him.
You step onto the water elemental. And then everybody else steps on gingerly with him. Mungo Story places an arm tentatively around your waist.
When I get on, I'm super wary about this. So it takes me a little bit, like 2 minutes to get on.
I pick up and then Lisa, like cat water.
Okay, and then I prepare myself for I take up my whip and then I look at Breaks Upon Rocks and I go. And I think I said to him, no offense. It's not that I don't like you. It's that I have very sensitive skin. So.
Do you speak water elemental, or is it just you making noises?
She's just making noises.
It's what I think I learned.
Oh, I see. Yes. There's no comment from below. He starts to... The platform is as solid as the bridge was. And then he slowly starts to rise 10 foot, 15 foot, 20 foot, 30 foot. At 100 foot from the board, you feel the first almost heave as he now starts to push higher. So there's a pause, a pooling of water, and then it's a secondary push. You are now...
I'm taking my grappling hook and my rope out,
Okay.
just in case.
50 foot to the surface, he surges upwards. You get a feeling that he's now trying to get you there as fast as he can.
I'm gonna start looking for handholds on the wall.
Okay, there are...
And get ready to sort of grab on if need be.
We spoke at the last episode that I could use my little axes
to climb.
onto the thing. So I tell Denisa, like, just shift to my back and hold on. And I give my little axes ready.
I also get my whip out ready and it's out and I'm gonna look for in case I have to do like Indiana Jones style, like because I've got those kind of whip skills.
And then how far away are we from the top now? Where?
40 foot.
40 foot. Breaks upon rocks and devours it. Is it more difficult now to get us up?
Surprisingly not, he says, and continues pushing you up. It's the second natural 20 I rolled for him to hoist you up. So he's doing quite well.
Okay.
Are you getting anything ready?
No, it's just the grappling hook and the rope.
Oh, yes, sorry, you said yes.
Kind of knots it around my waist and then I'm making stories as well, just in case.
You are now 10 foot from the wooden board.
Wait, so just to be clear, you and Mungo Story are now tied together by one rope.
With a grappling hook on the end.
So one could say that you
That sounds like a metaphor for
tied the knot.
yeah, with a barb at the end, which gets stuck in people's shoulder. What was that? Come on,
Yeah, shoulder.
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
That's not hooking it in because you got the axes. So if I fall, I'm hooking it onto you, right?
No, because I'm on her back.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Luckily, and rather surprisingly, you reach the wooden boards and he stops and seems quite stable. Does anyone look down?
No.
Doesn't seem worth it.
Nope. Dandastra is certainly looking up. Mungo Story is certainly looking up.
Okay.
Quickly! Do it now.
Okay, looking
Okay.
for like a trapdoor or some sort of
You
portal.
realize that
or-
what has happened is that the roof that used to be over the well has obviously collapsed in, and that's really what's caused this covering to happen. It hasn't been an
Okay.
official closing.
Okay, so we can like push through it. Okay,
sure.
come on guys, let's go
We'll
through
do
it.
a-
Give me a combined strength check of 65.
Can I also just make sure that if we're all going to burst out of a well, I want to look okay.
All right.
So can I do like an appearance check? So that I
Sure.
look not cool when I jump out?
Make a charisma check.
Okay, I'm first going to do strength.
All right.
Wait, what are we
14.
14. So just give me
Your
your
strength
total strength.
modifier.
So 14.
9.
So it's
23.
23.
Oh, 13.
36.
Thank you.
And 16.
40, 52.
Plus the 2 NPCs.
Manga Story adds an additional 14.
66. Guys, I feel bad because you're going to judge me if I did this wrong.
And then Dandaster gives an extra 14.
80. I think.
With a collective heave, and you're all kind of
Oh,
crunched
wait,
together.
charisma. I
No.
come out looking like a really weird cat. 7.
Because what happens is you lick your paw in preparation to comb your hair down.
I wanted to.
As the top comes off, Breaks Upon Rocks just pushes you all up and out, and your hand eventually goes.
And I wanted, like, because I've done, like, a lot of, like raps and things. So I wanted to be like, it comes out and look like Cora, not Cora, the waterbender from season 1, and look all like floaty and cool. And now I look like something about Mary and my hair. And it's just all stuck to me.
Okay. You burst out of this very small well. Bits of roof collapse around you. And you find yourselves in a rather circular bailey, an inner bailey. So there's old bits of grass in this area, and then there's this wall structure that surrounds you. You're in the middle of it. You see the big tower that you saw from down below, looming up above you 7 stories. And then next to you are smaller structures in various states of disrepair. But that is what you see. There is a rope bridge that extends from one of the more squat-like towers to this main tower. And you realize, just looking around, that the main tower does not have an access door in this bailey. It's as if it was built completely separately, and the rest of it was built on later.
Okay. I am just going to look around for the nearest place that's kind of under some kind of cover and head there. I'm not even sure what direction I'm necessarily looking for. I'm just going to check what seems to be visible from the fewest windows.
All right. You head towards, it was probably the old stables. One
Okay.
quarter of the roof is collapsed in. The hay has turned into more of a concrete-like mix than anything else. It's very dark. Dandaster heads in exactly the same direction. And the two of you disappear in there. What are you doing?
What time of day is it? We've been outside for a while, so
You have been. It's late afternoon.
it's late afternoon now. Okay.
Okay, so there's no one around, right?
Not that you can see. It's
Not
a
that we can
completely
see?
empty courtyard. Yeah.
So, I'm quite big and bulky, but I suppose I'm trying to be stealthy. But I talk into the well and I tell Breaks Upon Rocks and devours it. Thank you for getting us up. Now depart from here before you get captured or something.
I'm still on her shoulder and I'm like, thank you.
The elemental rises out of the well
Yeah.
with 2 column-like arms pushing itself out, and it pours out of the side and stands in front of you. I will not leave you. This witch deserves a fate worse than death. I would not see her not meet her justice.
Okay.
What's
He's
happening?
yours for life. I told you.
What's happening?
So the elemental is joining our party, guys. He wants to see justice.
What are you doing?
Untie the ropes and stuff, get my bow and everything out and ready, and then
I do not like this, says Manga Story.
no, this doesn't bode well. Do I see him run off somewhere?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's head that way, and we'll like walk after him. It's like I just picture him like,
Are you two still tied
and we,
together?
and, no, I untied
I
it.
just untied it.
And then I'm like, we just like kind of walk towards him.
What are you doing?
I'm still on Colossus' back. I'm like, okay, what is plan? Is
Okay.
is he reflective at all?
No, it's ripples.
Okay, then
and-
it's fine.
Well, I think we're kind of suspicious standing by this well here with a water body. Let's like head to the shadows. Let's be paradorish.
Are you going to go to the same direction he and Mangastoria are heading in? The 6 of you and 1 water elemental find
I
yourselves
get off her back.
squeezed in a little bit of ruined stable. It was quiet and you had a good vantage point. And then suddenly Killian and Mangastoria arrived.
I just imagine everybody being all like stealthy and me and Megastory are like,
Yes. And then everyone gets that uncomfortable feeling that someone is just too close when the water elemental pulls around your feet and materializes in between everybody and just stands there looking.
Somewhere someone's
Barrel.
butt is sticking out.
What are we doing? What's the plan? What do you see? Do you see anything? What's going on?
I need everyone to make perception check, please.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, baby. Give me
I can't see anything past my head. I rolled a 1.
16 plus 6.
20,
22.
18.
19.
19. The 3 of you hear a sound that you have not heard in quite some time. It sounds like a clacking of bone against itself.
Oh, is it that douchebag?
And you see, from between the broken rafters of the stable yard, a flock of very, very thin-looking bats circling around the top of the tower as they gather and seem to come to roost.
You know what, guys?
I noticed that my hair, because that's what I got distracted by. So I was like,
Guys, do we even know how to kill that bat flying morphing thing?
We nearly had it last time.
because I cheated.
We nearly had it last time.
I have solution, but for that I need sleep. Sadly.
The creature does not seem to have noticed that we are here. Although I would not normally advise this, the fatigue will be a major hindrance for us moving forward.
Yes.
They do
Also, that creature comes with a naked ass man that you can't kill.
Oh, yes, he was naked. And he made other people. No, wait. Killian made other people naked.
really, says Gandesta. I know he's going to make. There's lots
I'm
he
like,
wants naked.
and
I'm
then
sure.
I'm like, Manga story. I have very fantastic story about bedsheet and naked queen.
I'm looking for another hiding place now that this one isn't working.
I hate to the
Guys,
I
I,
had
think
to-
we're a bit cramped in here. No, seriously, I need to get.
I head to the door, kind of ignoring this.
bits of door. Yeah.
Go to where the door is, kind of like look and see if I can kind of plot a route from that gives us cover
Okay.
from here closer to the tower.
Are we resting? And you see me like sort of like thinking like, yes, yes.
Guys, I vote on the resting.
I am.
From where you are looking now, and you're also looking out for opportunities.
You see his 2 heads.
What do you think right there? Oh, yeah, it's cool.
There are bits of ruined structure around. There's probably an old smithy. You can see a chimney coming out of there. All just left in states of disrepair. There's been no value add done to any of these structures. So it depends on where you're trying to go.
Yeah, are there a couple of roofs and walls intact?
Yes.
So we can bed down somewhere and not be seen from the air, and probably not be seen from a couple of angles. on the ground.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna just pick the closest one of those and go, sleep, right? And then start heading there.
Okay, I'm gonna follow stealthily.
I need you all, whoever is leaving the structure you're in, needs to make stealth checks. You two aren't leaving though, are you?
I said I'm going to follow,
leaving.
but I think I tripped over everybody in the hiding place because I rolled a 1. Fuck these dice. Fuck these dice. And I thought that would be good because they're the Pathfinder beginner box dice, but
Well,
no.
there we go. So you two are leaving. You have no need to leave now that they've cleared out.
Oh, that's true.
I'm like, I rolled a 1, guy.
Oh wow.
On stealth.
17.
17,
21.
21. Manga Story's following you. Natural 1. And Daster is following you.
She's smitten.
He gets a 16, so he's okay. These two slip off that way. You and Manga Story are heading off that way. You're making your cat mewling sounds.
She's like, this guy, meow.
Yes.
I slipped on the water element.
On the mewling, the bats all seem to shuffle,
I stopped.
and as you are nearing a structure which could have been a baker, because you can see a big millstone that's off its pivot just through the doorway. As you're getting there, Manga Story turns around because she sees the bats shifting and accidentally kicks over an old barrel which falls sideways and just shatters outwards, causing an absolute mess. And these bats just drop and form a cloud.
Okay, I grab her and I pull her. Like, obviously, there's a doorway close by,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
I grab her and me and her move into the doorway quickly.
Beat
and
my initiative.
Crappy crap. Come on, initiative.
Everybody.
No, just him.
It's 18.
I rolled 17.
Oh!
You just pull her in the doorway. As these bats swoop down over the courtyard, you can all hear this clack, 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 clack,
Oh,
clack,
they're
clack,
made out of
clack,
bones,
clack,
eh?
clack. Yeah.
I slowly reach back and I pull out the mace that I've got, which I bought a long time ago for just such an instance.
There you go. They sort of flap around, they sort of look around, they keep going for a little while, and then they slowly start to move back up to their roost.
Okay, while they were doing that, I begin to detect magic on Vistastios' ring.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic on Vistasius' ring. You detect magic coming off of it.
Okay, but I'm going to focus to try and see what kind.
It's a divine magic that is coming off of it.
Okay. Because I'm like, if they come now, I'm going to use magic device. I don't know what it does, but it's probably better than nothing.
Make a religion check.
Okay, wait, divine. Oh, God. Dice, come now. Hey, that's a million times better. 17 plus 10. Oh, no, 20. It's 20 now.
The
Sorry, plus
emanations
3.
coming off of this ring speak to religion, and you look at the inscription. This is the ring of someone who worships the god Nur. Nur is the god of life and death from the quatrain. Sorry, not from the quatrain. I forget what the religion is. Not the Lysark either. I'll get there one day. Nonetheless, the god Nur is one of the more animalistic gods. Believes that life is death, death is rebirth, rebirth is life. That is their mantra.
Okay. Sorry, just as a question, I've gotten basically anything I could get from... Yeah, because the next round of focusing on it would just tell me the strength of it. Okay. So, well,
It
strength.
is very powerful.
Okay. Nah, I kind of guessed.
The bats settle back onto their rafters, and for a moment everything seems fine. Then you hear a door squeaking open, and a voice shouting out, "Is anybody there?"
Perception check to see if I can see who's saying that.
Sure.
Can I roll perception to hear if it's Bone Dude from the Chicken
Sure.
Gumming?
15.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Because this is an important role. Clearly.
Clearly. It's not the same person. It is an old man who's dressed in furry robes.
How far away is he from us? Can I see him as well or not?
Yeah, you can see him, but not very clearly. He's 70 foot away. There's a door that is built into that squat tower, and that is the doorway that he came out of. The squat tower goes up about 4 stories, and then there's that bridge that leads to the main tower, and there's a doorway up there.
But he's not from that one. Or
It's
is he
that
in there?
He's from the
servant
squat
dude.
tower.
It's the servant
Should-
dude who collects blood.
Should we rush him? I don't know if I can get there. You've got more movement rates.
Mangastori puts a hand on your arm.
Mm.
Remember, we need rest. Sometimes it is better to let your foe think they have won than to take them on.
That goes against my nature, but
I know, you are a raging stallion of destruction.
Oh my god.
But we must restrain ourselves.
must we?
Yeah.
So glad I can't hear any of this.
Then she realizes what you said. Would you please make a constitution check and a stealth check?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Constitution. So is that a constitution or fortitude?
Fortitude saving throw.
Fortitude, thank you. Come on, baby.
What's that guy's name?
Yeah, that's good.
Wow, that's ironic.
That is 14 for con,
Yeah.
I mean for fortitude, and then stealth.
Stealth.
Good dice, because it keeps on going there. Stealth is 15.
If you get us killed with your libido, I will be very upset.
The rest of you, as,
Panther.
That was name of someone in tribe. Wow, who Sex Panther is.
the rest of you, as you,
Works 100% of the time, 60% of the time.
the rest of you, as you settle down to a night's sleep, briefly hear some low murmuring, and then Mangastori saying, "Are you awake? You've fallen asleep." Fine. Fine. And we'll pick it up next week.